This is a really fundamental thing that you really need to understand. You can walk around and you can try to be valuable. I can go out into society and I can go out and help more people and volunteer and do more work to make myself feel valuable, to make myself look more valuable. It's something that's an action that I'm taking to be valuable. But at the end of the day, that is a false perspective of your true value. It's all a false sense of identity. And all of it is contributing to you not being able to be truly present and in the moment. And the irony, the funny part is you, if you could just enter into that moment and truly be present, you are valuable just as you are. And at the end of the day, that is the only value that a woman truly wants to experience from you. Because it's not fabricated. It's kind of like Bill Gates with his new fabricated meat that he wants to produce and put into everybody's houses, right? I mean, he wants to make and manipulate and create meat in a lab. It's man-made, it's fabricated, it's not real fucking meat. And I don't give a shit how much you try to convince yourself that it's meat, it's not real fucking meat. If it's a 3D printed piece of steak, it's, I don't give a shit how awesome it tastes. It's still not real. If you stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself, oh, I'm a great guy, money comes to me, and all this stuff, and you can talk yourself into being a great guy, but if you are not just being you, it's all a fucking lie. If you're not being truly authentic, it's all a fucking lie. It's a false sense of identity. If you are showing up in a relationship, in any relationship, as with a false sense of identity, you are showing up as fake. Sure, might look pretty from the outside, and comparatively speaking, you might look like you got it all. But when we uncover our true identities, when we get rid of all these false identities that we create for ourselves, when we get rid of all this stuff, we enter into the present moment, we discover our natural gifts and talents here on earth. You're not trying to do it to impress people. You're not trying to do it to gain this level of status. You're not trying to do it to win over some people for some financial gain. That's basically what the world's turned into. Some big fucking alter ego, some fake fucking planet that we're living on where we're so disconnected from the truth. When I am with a woman and I'm truly present, not only am I truly present, I'm basically giving a woman permission to be present. I'm giving her permission to accept her flaws and insecurities. I'm giving her permission to be imperfect without saying a fucking word. That is valuable. That's real value. I'm giving her permission to fulfill her deepest, darkest, dirtiest, nastiest fantasies with me in the safety and comfort of wherever we are. Without feeling like she's gonna be talked down upon, looked down upon. And that is irreplaceable. I'm giving her that permission by not saying a single fucking word. I'm not trying to do it. I'm giving her that permission because I give myself that permission. I give myself permission to be human. I give myself permission to be perfectly imperfect. I give myself permission to say that I'm a good guy. I'm genuinely a good guy. Do I make mistakes? Fuck yeah. Have I hurt people? Yeah. Have I done some good things in the world? Fuck yeah. Have I done some really terrible, hurtful things in the world? Fuck yeah. Am I a dirty motherfucker in the bedroom? You goddamn right I am. But here's the difference between me and everyone else. All of that stuff I just said is okay. It's okay. When you experience that level of forgiveness and self-acceptance and self-love, it is not fabricated, it is not manipulated love. It's not fabricated trying to beg for forgiveness. It's not begging for forgiveness. It's knowing that I'm forgiven. It's knowing that I'm loved. It's knowing that I am fucking love. It's knowing that I am connected with all the universe. It's knowing that this is a temporary human experience. And it's okay to do stupid shit. It's okay to fuck up. And when you can truly experience that, it is a very liberating and freeing experience. Because everything that we've been taught totally goes against that. Constantly feeling like we're not good enough, constantly told that we're not good enough, constantly told that, we'll never be good enough, constantly told that you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, then you're bad. You almost need to deliberately go against what you think, what you've been told and taught is the right thing to do. You almost need to deliberately go against that so you can experience what is right and just for you. Not anybody else. For you. Not for tomorrow. What's right and just for you today might be completely 180 degrees 6 months from now. But guess what? That's okay. As long as you're doing what is right and just right now, and you have that level of acceptance,
you can hear the little birds telling the truth.
And if you get really good at living here, now, and you get really fucking good at that, it will bring you a sense of aliveness that you've never experienced. And that sense of aliveness that you will be is very attractive. Very, very attractive. And valuable to others.
You are already valuable as you are. You just have to believe in that. You know what little birds told me? Little birds told me that everything is alive. Even when you are thinking, your thoughts are energy too. Your words, everything has life and energy. So you have to guard yourself very well. And you are in a present moment with the girl. You're creating, passion, you're creating love, you're creating affection while in the present moment. You're bringing that life.
And that's where you just want to focus more on what you do have control over and what makes you the most attractive, valuable man that you can be just as you are. Because when you are valuable, you're not trying to be valuable and you're not trying to impress anyone. You don't have to impress anyone. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to recognize the fact that you are enough just as you are. And just like every single one of these trees around me is full of energy, full of life, and they're communicating with all the other trees all the time. They're communicating. None of them are taking more than what they need. They're not taking more soil. They're not taking more water and rain from the other trees. They're not taking more sunlight. You have the old trees that have been here for thousands of years. You have your younger trees. That the older trees are providing wisdom, knowledge, resources, the chemicals that they need to grow. But it's not just a one-way street. It's a constant, intertwined community. And that's what we are. You're connected to all the roots of life. You, as you are connected to the very thing that created you and everything around us. The only reason why you feel insignificant, it's not because you are or you aren't. It's because that's what you've been taught. That is the conditioning. That's the layers that have been put on you from all this bullshit education and social pressure throughout growing up. The bullshit from your parents, bullshit from all these bullshit people that didn't know better. And you got to be willing to forgive them as well, because they didn't even realize they were bullshit. Because their parents did it to them. And their parents passed it down to them. The thing is, you have to be the one to stop the generational karma that's been handed down to you from generation to generation, from your parents, your grandparents, 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 grandparents. You have to be the one to make that shift for the future generations. You have to be the one to be strong enough and brave enough to start challenging all this bullshit conditioning that you've been taught. You have to be the one to stand up, man up, and wake up to the fact that you are worthy. And that alone will start a journey to uncovering your true identity of who you are. And every layer that you peel back, every challenge, every belief that you challenge, all of your previous conditions that have caused this face to be so rigid and stiff, that's caused your mind to question anything that is not tangible. And the more you realize who you are, the more you'll realize all the shit you've ever worried about in life doesn't really fucking matter. You realize that life truly is magical. And you'll realize that you are the co-pilot to every single experience that you've ever had. You don't have to try to be more loving, because you are loving. You don't have to try to love. You are love. You don't have to try to feel worthy. You are worthy. You don't have to try to project yourself as alpha, because you are alpha. You don't have to try to project yourself as omega, because you are omega. Are you starting to get it? And you don't have to project yourself like you have any idea what the fuck I'm talking about.